Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Gene, retired in Mexico, and we ask one question on this channel. Do they write them and sing them like they used to? A lot of people, young and old, think that classic rock is better than anything in the last X number of years, but I'm not so sure, and I enjoy 21st century music. So today, I'm sorry, I've lost track of which one of you it was, but you recommended the microphones, and I thought, oh yeah, the microphones. I've listened to them before, but not in a long time, and I don't remember their music well. And so today I'm going to hit their most popular song on Spotify. It's called I Want Wind to Blow. Now, this song is already 21 years old. It was released in 2001, but it does count for 21st century music, right? So I found this video with lyrics so that we can do a deep dive into the lyrics at the same time that we listen to the studio version of the song. So let's go ahead and hit this up. This is the microphones, I Want Wind to Blow. Yeah, very lo-fi to start with. Let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah, you can hear a lot of background noise. Very lo-fi. Just guitar.
Thunder clouds broke up and the rain dried up. The lightning let up. The clacking shutters just shut up.
Very stark, a lot of space.
There's no black or white, no change in the light, no night, no golden sun. The sound of cars, the smell of bars, the awful feeling of electric heat. Under fluorescent lights, there's sacrifice, there's hard feelings, there's pointless waste.
Nice harmonies. So they brought in some percussion to go along. So there's like two guitars in each channel.
My clothes off me, sweep me off my feet, take me up, don't bring me back. Over I can see days pass by me. I have no head to hold in grief.
Keyboard.
But there's no hope for me. I've been set free. There's no breeze, there's no ship on my sea.
So let's talk about these lyrics for a second, because there is a duality. He says there's no hope for me, but I've been set free. So that's an interesting line. What does he mean by that exactly? There's no hope for me. So when there's no hope, you got nothing to lose, so you're set free. So yeah, it's there's a lot of duality in a lot of these lines where he's saying two things at the same time. So let's keep going with this. That mimics an accordion a little bit, but I don't think it's an accordion. Still two guitars. So you don't really hear a bridge or any kind of development. It's kind of the same They're adding elements and layers, but you don't hear a bridge. I think I am going to check out the lyrics on Genius and see if we can get some further annotation. Now coming down to just the drums, the guitars drop out, kick drum, guitars coming back in. Yeah. Little noise explosion. I did not expect that. Listen to that distortion. There's some kind of keyboard, almost a xylophone kind of effect in the background there. Now the distortion is dropped out and you're back to the acoustic guitars. Oh, electric guitar now. Wow. Some picking on the guitar. So I got one guitar that's picking notes and then this distorted guitar in the right channel. Some cymbals. I hear some cymbals. It was almost all just kick drum and the lower pitch parts of the drums.
I took my shirt off in the yard. No one saw that the skin on my shoulders was golden. Now it's not. My shirt's back on. I forgot my songs. The glow is gone. My gliding body stopped.
Some piano. So they do keep adding some new elements. Still no bridge, but they keep adding these new musical instruments, new layers.
I could not get through September without a battle. I faced death. I went in with my arms swinging.
So the organ. So see, there's that duality again. I had to face that I'm still living.
Still flesh. I hold on to awful feelings. I'm not dead. There's no end. My face is red. My blood.
Holding that note. It was going right with the organ. It was on the same pitch as the organ. See? I'm buoyant. That's like I'm set free.
There's no end.
So this, just lyrically, this is like the end verse of The Doors, The End, right? The end, my only friend, the end. And here he's saying there is no end. So it reminds me of a flip around of that kind of a lyric. So it's, yeah, it's interesting. Let's keep going. You can hear the bass more prominently. Now it's almost, did they shift to a major key? It sounds almost more hopeful right now. I'm gonna bring up Genius. Because there's some comments here. So obviously that song was about depression. The first song on the Microphones' third and most well-known album, The Glow Part 2, in the aftermath of a catastrophic event, most probably a breakup. All the commotion and turmoil has died down. Now that he's all alone, all he wants is change, for wind to blow and take him anywhere else. This song sets up the tone of the aftermath of loss for the whole album, as well as the themes of using nature as a way to cope with emotion and the overwhelming feeling that something big has been lost. This track was featured on the Song Exploder podcast. I'm sorry, I have to plead ignorance to that. I don't know what that is, in which Phil dissects the musical and lyrical development of the song. Let's see, I don't remember, this is a quote from Phil. I don't remember what got me thinking about storms as a metaphor for emotional turmoil, but there were a bunch of songs on this theme. This one I remember writing, discovering the guitar line, sitting on the guest bed in my friend Mira's parents' house outside Philadelphia in the fall of 2000, in the middle of a long tour. Life at home was confusing and stagnant, and so I want wind to blow means I want crazy events to happen to me. I'm tired of gray. Give me black or white. Also my hometown, Anacortes, is, and I read that these guys are from Olympia, Washington, is more exposed and more windy on its island than the basin holding Olympia where I lived at the time. I missed home. So there is some annotation on here. Let's see what it says. His previous band was called the Thunderclouds. So the music, it's like a passing storm. The band dissolved when the relationship did. Wow, so he lost everything at once. That at least was emotionally and artistically important to him. There's no black or white, no change in the light. Yeah, I think that seems pretty straightforward. The sound of cars, the smell of bars, the awful feeling of electric heat. So I'm not sure the electric heat is and he's talking about electric heat and fluorescent light. So he takes the song from nature to indoor sensations, heat and light coming from indoors. It's an interesting contrast. My clothes off me, sweep me off my feet, take me up, don't bring me back. Take me up, don't bring me back. That reminds me of a song by Patti Smith called, I think it's called Land. But she keeps begging for the spaceship to take her away and not bring her back. Uh, where can I see days pass by me? I've no head to hold in grief. See if there's any annotation on that, because that's an interesting line. Um, the line "I have no head to hold in grief" builds up the existential angst of the former verse. There is no one to be with, to witness and endure passing tragedy, also foreshadows headless horsemen. But there's no hope for me, I've been set free, there's no breeze, there's no ship on my sea. Yeah, really, really dark song, and there's some lines about taking his shirt off that aren't in here. Uh, no, I don't. It's funny. There's more lyrics on the video than there is here on Genius. But depression is something that, yeah, I actually have some history of it, but I've moved out of it and have been just happier than ever in my life right now. But I had enough to understand some things, and it's clear to me. I've been having this conversation with a friend of mine that I cannot compare my depressive episodes to you or anybody else, your depressive episodes. Some people just seem to take things harder. Um, I've had, depression that's gone down a little bit, but other people, they come, they have depression that's a lot more serious, and not to not to minimize what I've been through, but I do know that feeling though of I mean, this channel's not about me, but I like divorce so much I did it twice. So I've been through two major marital breakups, and I know that feeling of a little bit of hopelessness. But I don't think I've ever taken it to the level that this singer has. But I have to honor his experience. And so he's helping me understand depression. So yeah, the song is depressing. It's not going to be on my playlist in my car, right? But it helps me understand how another human being feels. And in that way, I liked the song. I can't see it as a song I'm going to return to a lot because it does bum me out a little bit. But that's okay. That's fair, And there's been a whole history of songs like this, but not in the sonic quality. The sonic quality, this lo-fi vibe, to me is very late '90s into the 20th century. So I think of bands like Guided by Voices or other people that have been very successful with lo-fi music. And just like this is like just like Guided by Voices. That's a band that sometimes I really like, and other times I'm just not in the mood to listen to them. It just depends on what day it is. I can't take that band on a daily basis, but sometimes they hit a sweet spot. And I can see here too how if I wanted to commiserate with this guy, if I was really having a down episode, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, listening to this song. It's interesting. He really has done a good job of making me feel what he feels. So yeah, and the sonic elements, like I say, there was no bridge. To me, the song would have been better with a different part written in there, something to bridge the ideas. There was kind of a sameness of the riff, but then they added interest with all piano and organ and distorted guitar and picking on the electric guitar and the different things the drums did, going from kick drum back to cymbals. So they did a good job of adding interest in that way. So for me, I guess I'd probably give this song a B plus. The mood of it is such that what I will say about the song, for sure, is that the music went with the lyrics, and that's really important to me, and that's one reason I rate it. B plus is still a really good rating, and I felt that the music accompanied the lyrics very well. It was a perfect match. So that's my take on it. And thank you for suggesting the microphones, whoever you were. I'm sorry, I would call your name out on the channel if I, but I'd reply when I reply to a comment. If I write you back, the comment disappears, and then I have to go through all my songs to find who made a comment. So I apologize for that. I would love to acknowledge you. So that's it. Appreciate you joining me on the channel to check out the microphones. And like I say, this is their top song on Spotify. It has I don't know what is it, 1.5 million plays or something. Let me see here. It's oh, no, I've lost it now. I had it up earlier, but it's got a fair number of hits. So as we say in Mexico, buen dia.